Chapter 32 of Pee Wee Harris on the Trail. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by ZoinkMeister Patrick. YouTube.com/ZoinkMeister. Pee Wee Harris on the Trail by Percy Keese Fitzhugh. On to Bridgeboro. Scoutmaster Ned Garrison had a middle name. Handle and Parents, that was his middle name. He was a bear at that. He could make them eat out of his hand. Had he not engineered the camping enterprise pending the preparation of a makeshift school? Parents did not trouble him. He ate them alive. "You leave them to me," he said to Pee Wee as they advanced against poor, defenseless Bridgeboro. "They'll either consent or we'll shoot up the town. Hey, Safety First, we're on the rampage tonight. Somebody's been feeding us meat." It was not Pee Wee's custom to leave a thing to somebody else. He attended to everything. Meals, awards, hikes, ice cream cones, camping localities, duffel lists, parents, everything. He was the world's champion fixer. You could see for yourself what a triumph he made of not rescuing the wrong car. That was merely a detail. If the car had been the right one and no one had stopped him from rescuing it, he would have rescued it. Since everything worked out all right, he was triumphant. And he was better than glue for fixing things. "I'll handle them," he said. "Well, we'll both handle them," said Scoutmaster Ned. A little farther along the road, Safety First said, "I don't see why the road was closed off. It seems to me to be all right." Pee Wee was now sufficiently subdued to think and speak calmly, and he said, "That feller with the shirt put it there. He said he read the signal. I guess he's crazy, hey?" "Oh, the fellow with the shirt?" queried Fido Norton humorously. "I seem to remember a shirt," said Nick. "That was it," Pee Wee said. "He was just a little rube," said Charlie Norris. "He's the one that said I was a thief," said Pee Wee. "I told him I could prove I was a scout by eating a potato a certain way." "And he didn't take you up?" said Scoutmaster Ned. "He didn't have a potato," Pee Wee said. "It's best always to carry potatoes with you," said Scoutmaster Safety First. "After this, I'm always going to carry 5 or 6, said Pee Wee. "The proof of the potatoes is in the eating," said Nick. "I know 9 different ways to cook them," said Pee Wee. "And I can eat them raw, so that makes 10. I can eat potato skins too, so that makes 11. "If you could eat potato bugs, that would make 12, said Charlie Norris. "If you eat lightning bugs, that will make you bright, said Pee Wee. "That's what Roy Blakely says. He's in my troop. He's crazy, and he says he's glad of it. We've got 3 patrols in my troop, and I'm a member of the Ravens, but I'm kind of in all of them. I know all about camping and everything. In the fall, you're supposed to camp east of a hill. Do you know why?" "No, break it to us gently," said Nick. "When you say break it, that reminds me that I can break an apple into halves with one hand." "Do tell," said Charlie. "What do you do with the other half?" "What other half?" "The other one." "If they're both the same, how can there be another one? I eat them." "Really?" "I eat mushrooms too, only if they're toadstools, they kill you." "Why don't you eat a couple?" "I will not, because you bet I'm going to stay alive. I'll show you how you can tell the difference when we get to that island. I'll show you a lot of things. Do you know how to pump water with a newspaper? Rolled up? Gee, that's easy. I learned that when I was a tenderfoot." "What are you now, a second-hand scout?" "I'm a first-class scout, and I'm a first-aid scout, and do you know how to make things out of peanut shells?" "Will you show us that too?" "Sure, but anyway, I never use chalk for scout signs. I use charred wood. Do you know why?" "Because chalk reminds you of school?" "'Cause it's got too much civilization in it." "Do they put that in it?" "No, but it's there. Gee whiz, I've got no use for civilization. I don't care what kind it is." "Well, what about that codger?" asked Scoutmaster Ned. "He said he read the signal?" "Sure, and he was the one that stopped us when the fellow ran away. Gee whiz, I didn't see any signal, but I didn't look behind. Maybe he's just disguised as a rube, hey? Anyway, he stopped us. That's one sure thing, because we stopped, and that proves it, doesn't it?" "There's nothing the matter with the road," Safety First repeated. "That's what has me guessing," said Scoutmaster Ned. "He couldn't have read the message, that little codger. He's just a poor little country kid. I'd give a donut to know how he happened to put that rope across the road. He never read that message. You can bet on that." I know, vociferated Pee Wee. "He had a inspiration. Give me the donut." End of Chapter 32. Recording by ZoinkMeister Patrick. YouTube.com/ZoinkMeister.